Good afternoon, everybody. Your Eminence Cardinal Miguel Angel Ayuso, distinguished guests, Excellencies, allow me first to start by welcoming members of the panel who responded favorably to our invitation to discuss the document on human fraternity, which has been signed by the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Ahmed al-Tayyib, and Pope Francis during his visit to the United Arab Emirates on 4th February 2019. The document focuses on a number of important points, most notably the affirmation that religions must never incite war, violence, hateful attitudes, and bloodshed, and touched on a number of issues that the world suffers today, such as extremism, terrorism, and poverty, calling on the whole world to join hands to find solutions. In this context, the visit of the Pope was intended to be an urgent appeal to the world to pursue values of peaceful coexistence and to overcome prejudice and allegiance to divisive ideologies, sects, and political parties. Let me, however, recall that well before the historical visit of the Pope Francis to the UAE since its inception, has always been an incubator of the values of tolerance, peace, security, and multiculturalism, with peoples from various ethnic and religious backgrounds enjoying a decent life and respect. They found in the United Arab Emirates a safe and secure legal environment, which guarantees everyone justice and equality while condemning hate speech, racial discrimination, and all the causes of division between individuals and communities. From a human rights perspective, the discussion will be carried out within the context of the universal enjoyment of the right of freedom of religion or belief, and seeks to explore the contribution of the fraternity document in enhancing the values of tolerance while preserving and protecting the right to freedom of religion or belief. In this regard, the document recognizes the right to each individual to enjoy the freedom of belief, thought, expression, and action, and recalls the fact that people are forced to adhere to a certain religion or culture must be rejected. As to the imposition of a cultural way of life that others do not accept, the United Arab Emirates policy of openness towards the other has been reaffirmed in several UN international agreements and treaties related to the rejection of all forms of violence, extremism, and discrimination, making the country a global capital in which civilization of the East and West converge to promote peace and rapprochement between all peoples. For the document to be efficient and result-oriented, a high committee to monitor its implementation was established in September 2019, while religious leaders of all faiths are called upon to play a critical role in the advancement of peace and tolerance in today's globalization world. In conclusion, Madam Chair, there is no ready-made receipt for living together. It is a process that we should build on a daily basis, individually and collectively. It is a long, slow, and challenging process that requires engagement, patience, and perseverance. I thank you, Madam Chair.
Your Eminence, Your Excellency, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, My name is Ibrahim Salama, and I'm delivering this statement on behalf of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. I'm really pleased to participate in this panel debate co-organized by the permanent missions of the Holy See and of the United Arab Emirates to the United Nations in Geneva, illustrating the value of interreligious dialogue as a means of fostering freedom of religion and belief. In times of growing polarization, promoting interfaith dialogue is important to unlock action. Dialogue is one of the most effective means to build trust among different people and help communities counter violence committed in the name of religion. For this reason, we in the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights sincerely welcome the document on human fraternity for world peace and living together, signed by the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Dr. Ahmad al-Tayyib al-Naggar, during his visit with the Pope Francis to the United Arab Emirates last February. In this landmark document, the Pope and the Imam affirm that each individual enjoys the freedom of belief, thought, expression, and action. They also stress the importance of protecting the rights of women, children, and the elderly. In order to achieve the objectives enshrined in the document, a High Committee composed of Christian, Jewish, and Muslim members, chaired by Cardinal Guexot, President of the Pontifical Council for Interreligious Dialogue, was established last August. I look forward with great interest to hearing from the panel about the activities identified by this committee so far. A core aspect of the freedom of religion or belief, namely the right to manifest one's religion or belief, relies on the degree of protection afforded to freedom of expression. One cannot fully enjoy one without the other. Freedom of association and freedom of assembly are equally important for the same purpose. This suggests that the two rights, freedom of religion and freedom of expression, are not only interdependent, but also exist in a legal continuum with myriad each others. Accordingly, it's more appropriate to view the relationship between these rights as being mutually reinforcing rather than one of tension or hierarchy. At the international level, the 2012 Rabat Plan of Action emphasizes the role of religious leaders and politicians in refraining from incitement to violence and in speaking out firmly and promptly against hate speech. It provides an essential policy framework by outlining a threshold test for defining restrictions on freedom of expression and incitement to hatred. This six-part test takes into account the context, statute of the speaker, intent behind the message, its content, how widely the message is spread, and the risk that it might actually lead to violence or not. The United Nations Strategy and Plan of Action on Hate Speech refers to the Rabat Plan of Action, as does the Beirut Declaration on Faithful Rights, launched in March 2017 under the auspices of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, with the engagement of faith actors and international human rights experts. The Faithful Rights Framework draws from insights gleaned under the Rabat Plan of Action into the positive role that faith actors can play in responding to incitement to hatred and violence in different societies. The aim of the Faithful Rights Framework is to mobilize faith-based resources to promote all human rights, in particular by recognizing the interdependence of the freedom of expression and the freedom of religion or belief. The Beirut Declaration and its corresponding 18 Faithful Rights Commitments include a pledge not to oppress critical voices and views on matters of religion or belief, however wrong or offensive they may be perceived, in the name of the sanctity of the subject matter. Ladies and gentlemen, the value of documents lies in their implementation. A follow-up to the fraternity document needs to link the dots with relevant new tools. This includes in particular the Faithful Rights Toolkit, which we launched last month with faith actors, academics, UN Special Rapporteurs, and treaty body members. This innovative peer-to-peer learning methodology echoes and directly quotes from the fraternity document in many central points. Just to refer you to the pages exactly, it's pages 20, 36, and 38 of the Faithful Rights Toolkit that you can find on our website that refer directly to the fraternity document. This is exactly what we mean by linking the dot. It's also important to note that the Faithful Rights Toolkit is not a one-sided expression. It builds on a wealth of comparable tools by several UN agencies that have been integrated into the Faithful Rights Toolkit. The whole concept is interactive, result-oriented, and conducive to trade. Faith actors are human rights defenders in their own disciplines. As such, they have responsibilities. They also have a fundamental right to be fully equipped and fully involved in using good tools and standards. In many ways, underpinning it. It provides a framework, a mechanism, and inspiration for action to ensure realization of human rights to freedom of religion or belief through dialogue and action. But we also need, and I think this will be my conclusion, we also need to move towards creating change on the ground based on concrete projects that give priority to education and capacity building of faith actors. Let this be one of the messages and recommendations of the exchange today. I thank you very much.
Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates in Geneva. Your country, Ambassador, is indeed very much involved in issues related to the promotion of tolerance and peace in the world. I thank also Mr. Ibrahim Salama, Chief of the Human Rights Treaties Branch, for his intervention. We indeed appreciate the contribution and the support of the OHCHR to the promotion of a culture of peace and mutual respect. That's true that the Faith for Right initiative is totally in line with the document on fraternity. For my part, as permanent observer of the Organization Islamic Cooperation in Geneva, I am very happy to moderate this panel discussion co-organized by the Permanent Mission of the United Arab Emirates and the Permanent Mission of the Holy See in Geneva. 1 year ago, in Abu Dhabi, His Holiness Pope Francis and the Grand Mufti of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib, have signed a historic document on human fraternity for world peace and living together. This document represents a milestone in the field of interreligious dialogue and sends a strong universal message to the world. It is an ode to fraternity and also a call for action in the face of the many challenges the world is facing. It is also an ode to freedom. The document states that freedom is a right of expression and action. I think that is the first day in line with international human rights law. Freedom of religion and belief or form are on the rise and have led to crises and even high-intensity conflicts, constituting a threat to peace and security in the world. Against this backdrop, the Human Rights Council unanimously adopted in 2011 the Resolution 1618 on combating intolerance, discriminations, and incitement to violence based on religion or belief, which is more topical than ever. So this type of event we are holding today on the margins of this 43rd session of the Human Rights Council is a good opportunity to reflect on the message conveyed by Pope Francis and Grand Imam al-Tayyib and feed our common reflection on the ways and means to promote fraternity and peace in our world in turmoil. In their document, the two religious dignitaries requested that the principles they have laid down in their document be translated into policies, decisions, legislative text, courses of study, and materials to be circulated. This is precisely the dialogue of the policy. His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Aljarwan, President of the Global Council for Tolerance and Peace, Mr. Jan Figuel, first Special Envoy for Promotion of Freedom of Religion outside the EU, and Lizzie Alta. So we are going to listen to them, and I will open the session for questions. 30 minutes for So our first speaker is his Religious Dialogue of the Holy See. His Eminence was born in Spain. In 2016, he received the Episcopal consecration in His Holiness Pope Francis. His Eminence has been a long advocate for inter-religious dialogue, and as such, which comprises a diverse set of international religious leaders, educational scholars, and cultural leaders dedicated to sharing the message of the Quran. So we have the chance to...
Distinguished participants, when we look at the document on human fraternity, we can recognize it as a milestone on the path of interreligious dialogue. It marks how far we have come together, but it is also a point of departure. Thus, the document on human fraternity is not so much a map, but a day-to-day commitment of working together for the common good and contributing as believers along with people of goodwill to heal our wounded world. Fraternity implies inclusiveness, not only to my group, community, culture, religion, but of all as brothers and sisters. To live in fraternity becomes the dynamic, as the document suggests, by which we rise above differences and instead build bridges of coexistence for a new world. Pope Francis, in his speech at the Global Conference of Human Fraternity, said, "There is no alternative. Either we will build the future together or there will be no future." Religions, in particular, cannot renounce the urgent task of building bridges between peoples and cultures. The time has come when religions should more actively exert themselves with courage and audacity and without pretense to help the human family deepen the capacity for reconciliation, the vision of hope, and the concrete paths of peace. So besides the well-known obstacles, confrontations, prejudices, and conflicts in today's world, the Abu Dhabi Declaration beckons us to move beyond any difficulty by remaining always rooted in our own identity, avoiding any kind of syncretism, and supported by the sincerity of our intentions, and at the same time to listen and understand the other. The text of Abu Dhabi emphasizes the need to move from mere tolerance to fraternal coexistence and attests that the freedom is a right of every person. Each individual enjoys the freedom of belief, thought, expression, and action. The pluralism and the diversity of religions, color, sex, race, and language are willed by God in His wisdom. In this, the document clearly condemns forcing any person to conversion to a particular religion or culture, or to a style of civilization that is contrary to their background, religion, or own culture. It seems that we must consider religious freedom not as a political or ideological issue. Rather, the main concern should be protecting human rights and the fundamental freedoms given by the Creator to each person, thus promoting peaceful coexistence and inclusive societies in which one's beliefs and religious practices can be expressed openly and without a punitive response. In the apostolic exhortation, pluralism, one which genuinely respects differences and values, then as such, in an attempt to reduce them to the quiet obscurity of the individual's conscience of churches, synagogues, or mosques. This would represent, in effect, a new form of discrimination and authoritarianism. So, has notably addressed the topic of religious freedom, seeking out a tax issue that can be applied in general to all religions and to all the international community. Human fraternity is just simply, let me say that with sincerity of heart. Human fraternity addressed by Pope Francis and the Grand embrace each other as brothers and sisters. Conscience are distancing from religious values and are prevailing individualism accompanied by materialistic, produce worldly and material values in place of supreme and transcendental principles. This anthropological materialism can that fails to acknowledge, value, advocate, and defend for the person's spiritual rights, including the right to conscience, one believes God has revealed. So this requires also as believers belonging to different religious traditions. Now I would like to draw to your attention a key thought, conscience and religion, addressing both governments as well as believers. The document of Abu Dhabi clarifies or threatens them by violent assaults, bombings, or destruction is a severe violation of international law. To make efforts, the international community at different levels to make effort for the protection of these places of worship worldwide is affirmed in order to protect freedom of thought, conscience, or religion, and duties under which all enjoy justice. It is therefore crucial to establish in our society the concept of full citizenship and engenders feelings of isolation and discord. It undoes any successes and takes away the religious and civil rights of some citizens who are thus discriminated against the right of freedom of religion. So I just would like to remember that the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar in any country to stop feeling that they are or they being a minority
And he said, with faith-based organizations and those of civil society, which are fundamental principles that flows from human nature, both as a principle and lived experience in the life of too many people. In a video message recorded with Mr. Antonio Guterres, the United Nations Secretary General, at the Vatican Apostolic Palace last month of Justice. In fact, interreligious dialogue is a necessary condition for peace in the world, and so it becomes a duty for Christians as well as other religious communities. Pope Francis, as a model for interreligious dialogue, be listening and to collaborate for the good of humanity and to defend the right to religious freedom. Believers are called to offer their collaboration to the societies in which they are citizens and of the human person. The coherent and credible believer is a witness and bearer of values which can by the international community for the good of the whole human family, making that milestone the ability to pass from simple tolerance to true collaboration participants. Let us promote this historic document on human fraternity.
Maybe elaborate on the reasons which led his country to take a leading role in this field. I think that you are going to speak in Arabic, Mr. Aljarwan. So we have the translation.
Thank you.
Which maybe channel, I don't know the channel. Second? Seven, okay. Channel 7, please.
شكرا معالي رئيسة الجلسة، أصحاب النيافة والمعالي والسعادة، السيدات والسادة، الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أتقدم بداية ببالغ الشكر والامتنان للبعثة المراقبة الدائمة للكرسي الرسولي لدى الأمم المتحدة في جنيف، والبعثة الدائمة لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة لدى الأمم المتحدة في جنيف على دعوتهم الكريمة لنا للمشاركة في هذا الحدث الذي يهدف إلى تعزيز دور الحوار بين الأديان كوسيلة لتشجيع الشباب على تعلم كيفية احترام حرية العقيدة ورفع الوعي بتعزيز العلاقات الجيدة داخل المجتمعات وبين جميع الأمم، وإبراز أفضل الممارسات في القضاء على جميع أشكال التعصب والتشدد الفكري والديني. وإنه لمن دواعي سروري أن أكون متحدثاً رئيسياً في هذا الحدث المهم. أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، الحضور الكريم، يشهد عالمنا مؤخراً تزايداً في التمييز والتطرف والعنف والإرهاب، وارتفاع نسب الفساد وعدم المساواة والانحدار الأخلاقي، الأمر الذي يحتم علينا أن نوحد جهودنا ونعتز بالسلام ونعمل لأجله، حيث حان الوقت لاتخاذ استراتيجيات وأساليب جديدة على المستوى العالمي من أجل تعزيز ثقافة الاحترام المتبادل وتشجيع الحوار وحماية المعتقدات والدفاع عن العدالة وتمكين وتعليم النساء والأطفال والمعوقين ورفع قيم التسامح والأخوة الإنسانية بهدف الوصول لعالم أكثر أمناً وسلامة. لقد شهدت الإنسانية في 4 فبراير 2019 تحقيق إنجاز جديد في تاريخ البشرية، ألا وهو إصدار وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية وتوقيعها من قبل قداسة البابا فرانسيس والإمام الأكبر شيخ الأزهر الأستاذ الدكتور أحمد الطيب في أبو ظبي عاصمة دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة أرض التسامح. لقد تبنت دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة مشروع وثيقة الأخوة واحتضنته حتى رأى النور على أرضها، لما لها من مكانة تاريخية منذ تأسيسها من قبل الشيخ زايد بن سلطان آل نهيان رحمه الله، حيث تأسست دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة على مفاهيم التسامح والتبادل الفكري والانفتاح الثقافي والاقتصادي، واستمرت لتؤكد دوما أن القبول والتفاهم من أهم قيم الدولة الأساسية حتى باتت تعتبر رمزا ومنارة للتسامح والسلام والأمن، خاصة وأنها تقع في منطقة تهزها الحروب والنزاعات والصراعات، وهو ما أكد عليه صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد ولي عهد أبو ظبي نائب القائد الأعلى للقوات المسلحة حفظه الله، حيث قال أن دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة تواصل نهجها التقليدي لدعم الجهود والمبادرات الرامية إلى مساعدة الشعوب وشعوب المنطقة وتعزيز التسامح والتعايش والأخاء والاحترام المتبادل في جميع أنحاء العالم، لأنها تؤمن بأهمية هذه القيم. وفي هذا الصدد فلقد لعبت دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة دورا رائدا من خلال كونها قدوة إقليمية ودولية في تعزيز التسامح وبناء السلام من خلال مشاريع وبرامج وأنشطة ومبادرات مختلفة تبلورت في تسمية عام 2019 عام التسامح، وهو ما جعل إصدار وتوقيع وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية من أرض الإمارات بحضور أكثر من 400 من القادة الدينيين، رسالة قوية للبشرية جمعاء للعيش معا ولإقامة عالم يسوده السلام. إنها رسالة لنا جميعا تدعونا إلى الترويج للسلام والارتقاء والتصرف بمسؤولية والتعاون سويا من أجل عالم أكثر تسامحا وسعادة واستقرارا وسلاما. وإذ تبنت دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة إطلاق هذه الوثيقة التاريخية والعمل على تفعيلها، فلقد حان الوقت على شركائنا حول العالم للعمل من أجل تفعيل بنود هذه الوثيقة التاريخية في كافة المجالات. إن وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية تضع على عاتقنا مسؤولية كبيرة، إنها مسؤولية الجميع، السياسيين والقادة والمثقفون والعلماء والتقنيون والمعلمون والفلاسفة والشخصيات الدينية والقانونيين والعاملين من أجل الإعلام والنساء والرجال للعمل معا متحدين يدا بيد لبناء القيم الإنسانية وتعزيز التسامح والسلام في كل مكان وتطوير وتمكين مستدام للبشرية. إننا في المجلس العالمي للتسامح والسلام ولكونه منصة دولية لتعزيز التسامح والسلام في العالم نسخر كافة إمكانياتنا من أجل دعم تفعيل بنود وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية على كافة الأصعدة، حيث عملنا على وضع برامج ومشاريع ومهام وأنشطة عديدة لتعزيز وغرس قيم التسامح والسلام وتعزيز السلام والأمن الدوليين ومكافحة جميع أشكال التمييز والعنصرية والتعصب وتشجيع المبادرات التي توفر حياة كريمة للجميع وتعزيز ثقافة الاحترام لحقوق الإنسان والحرية ودعم التنمية المستدامة ومساعدة الإنسانية من أجل حياة سليمة ومستقرة وحماية وتمكين المرأة والشباب، وهو ما دعت إليه وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية. كما أننا ندعو كافة شركائنا حول العالم للعمل سويا من أجل تفعيل بنود وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية من خلال البرامج الأكاديمية والاجتماعية والمشاريع التي تخدم النساء والشباب والمجتمع والتنمية المستدامة ووسائل الإعلام والاتصالات. كما ندعوهم لتسخير وتوحيد الجهود في كافة المجالات والمؤتمرات والندوات لتحقيق ما دعت إليه وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية لتطوير وإنعاش القيم الأخلاقية والتعايش السلمي بين البشر من أجل مستقبل أكثر تسامحا وسلاما للعالم أجمع. وختاما أكرر شكري لكم جميعا متمنيا أن تكلل جهودنا جميعا بالنجاح والتوفيق في تمهيد الطريق لعالم يملأه تسامحا وسلاما. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Thank you very much, Excellency Mr. Aljarwan, for those information. And I note that foreigners in your country are called partners, shuraka. So thank you very much. And it's a very... Outside the European Union, Mr. Figel is a prominent political figure in his country, Slovakia. He played a leading role in the accession of his country to the European Union. Mr. Figel then joined the EU as commissioner. So from 2016 to 2019, Mr. Figel served as special envoy for the promotion of freedom of religion outside where he made some recommendations.
Your Eminence, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I even dare to say dear friends, because I'm quite frequently here and I will come next week, and there is a lot to share and a lot to do together. And I would like to somehow react or to add points from my point of view. Maybe I will start with mentioning what Cardinal Ayuso said, that this document is instrument to heal our wounded world. So there is a diagnosis and there is therapy. And at least 3 points I would say as proofs or examples of our wounds. Half of my life, me and I and many millions of people in Europe, but not only in Europe, I lived in totalitarian regime. We had a lot of talks, a lot of instruments for equality and for fraternity, but no liberty. And it didn't work. Communism in Europe collapsed, and communism will collapse everywhere because it's against humanity. And I say it because I am sure this is true, and time will come. Now I live half of my life again in freedom. We have a lot of freedoms. We speak and do a lot for equality, but fraternity is missing. And there is crisis of liberal democracy. You can read about it, you can see it. There are many decisions which confirm we are living in critical times, although we have freedoms. So this is because human fraternity as sense and style of living is missing. The second wound or example is when communism collapsed and freedom came, a major message was published by one professor and then a group of scholars, clash of civilizations coming instead as something what is imminent threat. And then, and today we see a lot of identity politics. Who I am, who we are, and how to defend our identity. We hear a lot of talks about my country first, my nation first, my religion first, my family first. There are not many leaders who cares about common good, bonum commune. European integration, European Union is a fruit of mentality for common good, common values, common ground, common future, common victory. This is possible. This is reality which I represented as commissioner and envoy. So instead of this common good, we have majorities and minorities. We have growth of populism, violent extremism, so-called post-truth. It's problem for freedom, this kind of tendencies. So if there is clash coming, it's not about civilizations or among civilizations, but it's clash of ignorances. If we don't know, if we don't care, it's far away from. The third wound or diagnosis which I would like to mention is I was nominated Special Envoy 2016 because there was genocide, literally genocide in the Middle East. It was labeled as genocide by many important institutions, including European Parliament, Council of Europe, US Congress, British Parliament, and many, and also other organizations. And I must say that that's something very sad, because we all know commitment of international community to allow never again mass atrocities, Holocaust, liquidation of people on the basis of ethnicity or religion. And it happens again and again. Look what was going on in Myanmar. what tendencies are in Nigeria. And either we care and do something real, or we will just repeat that we failed, we abandoned, we were not able to protect and to defend humanity. So the century behind, I would say, is century of mass atrocities and genocides. There were many, they were repetitive, and we cannot say it's definitely over. But there is a hope, and I would like to say that it depends what we do for better, more humane century. I think it is possible to change century for more humane time. If not, then it will be business as usual. Evil has many allies, and some of them are very influential and very cheap at the same time. 3 are the most probably spread in the world, in my country, in our countries. It's indifference, ignorance, and fear. If we don't care, if we don't know, and if we are scared to say something or to do something, to raise voice on behalf of voiceless or on behalf of defenseless. And therefore, fruits of evil are quite strong, visible, and scary. Terrorism, violent extremism, religious fundamentalism, whether anti-religious or totalitarian regimes, etc. So these are wounds I wanted to mention because they are really deep and very bloody, real. And then therapy. I think that this declaration is really a great recipe, great therapy, because it's highly important in content and very timely. It is oriented against the allies of evil. It speaks about allies of goodness, which means engagement, active approach, which means education for all, and courage, simple human courage, which is a base for citizenship. We need not only environmental climate change, but religious freedom climate change, or FORP climate change, because millions of people suffer either intolerance or discrimination or persecution or even, sorry to say, genocide. It's reality, not theory of international law, but unfortunately reality. And human rights climate as well change is needed. That's why we speak here in Geneva. Whenever and wherever I met religious leaders, even, for example, last week, Grand Imam of Al-Aqsa or Coptic Pope Tavadros, I defended not only freedom, religious freedom for communities, but also religious responsibility, because there is important connection between the two sides of one coin, freedom and responsibility. Religious social responsibility is more important than corporate social responsibility of Facebook or Microsoft, or I don't know which company to mention. I don't want to make advertisement. This document shows global importance because two major leaders of two major communities, Catholic and Sunni communities, are together signing the same declaration and commitment. I can say in broader sense, and that's not mathematics, that Christians and Muslims represent the majority of the global population, like 55%. If majority cares about fraternity, we can have different century. If majority cares. This is a document, this is an open invitation to political leaders, international organizations, civil society organizations, academia, and religious leaders, to believers and non-believers equally. And it speaks about living together, which is much more than existing together. Living together is more, and we need to do more for living together in one world. And I would like to say one example at the end, that in line with the fraternity document, humanity is like one old and big tree with different roots and also different branches. All roots are important to be healthy, to be sane, to nurture the tree. And they somehow express that we are all different in identity, but we are all equal in dignity. This is principle. This is not a problem. This is definition. We are different in religion, in belief, in language, in culture. We represent mosaic, not melting pot. Mosaic is very special, expensive, historical. And vital sane roots are indispensable for living tree. And tree is one and old, with different branches, of course. And it represents universality, one humanity, one human family, brothers and sisters. In Quran, there is great saying, we are all brothers in faith or in humanity. You can choose which brotherhood is more vital or important, but brotherhood in faith or in humanity. Here, after 70 years, major societal, religious in this case, leaders quote or use this Article 1 of the Universal Declaration. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and have equal, full, inclusive citizenship. It speaks, as Cardinal said also, and text confirms about community and awareness of mutual interdependence and ethics of shared responsibility. And where are the practical fruits? This was rather about principles. I've seen some, and I declaration of the two in February. Abu Dhabi and United Arab Emirates organized Year of Tolerance. There is Ministry of Tolerance. There is construction of Abrahamic House in mid-March. In 2 weeks, there will be a conference finalizing charter on inclusive citizenship in Arab countries. Inclusive citizenship. This is great fruit of equality. Citizenship, full citizenship, inclusive citizenship, equal, dignified, but equal for all. The second example is example of leaders. We live in time of new divisions, growing national egoism, isolationism, identity politics. As I said, my country promotes culture of human fraternity, togetherness, interdependence. Leaders showing example and paving the way, not only speaking about it, but really moving in that direction. And we need to put communities or programs into the minds and hearts of the new generations. And the last example, dialogue, because dialogue is not weakness, it's maturity, it's a strength, common sense or synergy. So wait for it, and I wish this brings really many more fruits for better, more humane 21st century. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr.
سيداتي سادتي، مساء الخير وأتمنى لكم مساء سعيد بإذن الله. أعرفكم بنفسي بداية. اسمي ماريا الهطالي من الهيئة العامة للشؤون الإسلامية والأوقاف. قبل أن أبتدي فقط أريد أن أتحدث في طرفة بسيطة أن من أبسط أنواع التسامح والتعايش عندنا في دولة الإمارات هي أننا نسمي أبناءنا بأسماء القديسين، كاسمي مثلا ماريا المشتق من مريم العذراء. سأتحدث خلال هذه اللحظات إلى الجانب التطبيقي في موضوع حرية الدين والمعتقد ودور دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة في ترسيخ قيم التسامح والتعايش والحوار بين الأديان. بداية سأتطرق إلى الجهود الدولية. Okay. سيداتي سادتي، مساء الخير وأتمنى لكم مساء سعيد. بداية أعرفكم بنفسي. اسمي ماريا الهطالي من الهيئة العامة للشؤون الإسلامية والأوقاف. قبل أن أبتدي بهذا الحديث أحب أن أذكر نقطة بسيطة جداً، وهي شيء بسيط يدل على مدى التسامح والتعايش في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة، أننا نسمي أبناءنا بأسماء القديسين عندكم. فأنا اسمي ماريا مشتق من اسم مريم العذراء. سأتطرق خلال هذه اللحظات إلى الجانب التطبيقي في موضوع حرية الدين والمعتقد ودور دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة في ترسيخ قيم التسامح والتعايش والحوار بين الأديان. سأتطرق إلى الجهود الدولية التي قامت بها دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة لتحقق الحوار بين الأديان، ثم إلى الجهود المحلية. مفهوم الحوار بين الديانات في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة يعود إلى الدين الإسلامي الذي يعتبر هو دستور الدولة، والذي دائما يدعو إلى الحوار، يدعو إلى التكافل بين الأديان، باعتبار أن الأنبياء كلهم هم من أسرة واحدة، كلهم جاءوا لبناء الإنسان والارتقاء به وبمعارفه وعلومه وحماية كرامته وحقوقه. فعلى صعيد الحوار تنظم دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة كثير من الندوات والمؤتمرات التي تعزز قيم التسامح والحوار بين الأديان. من ذلك على سبيل المثال منتدى تعزيز السلم، يجتمع فيه هذا المنتدى أكثر من 1000 شخصية فكرية ودينية من جميع الديانات، وعلى رأسها الديانات الإبراهيمية الثلاث، كونها أكثر البشرية تنتمي إلى الديانات الإبراهيمية. وتم إصدار مؤخراً وثيقة تسمى وثيقة أو ميثاق حلف الفضول العالمي الجديد، الذي يهدف إلى خدمة السلام والتضامن والتفاهم المشترك بين الناس أياً كان دينهم أو عرقهم أو جنسيتهم. كذلك وثيقة الأخوة الإنسانية، وهذه تعتبر نقلة نوعية في العالم، هي وثيقة تاريخية مثل ما تم ذكره، تم توقيعها في أبو ظبي عاصمة دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. كان من مرتكزات هذه الوثيقة تعزيز قيم الأخوة الإنسانية، تبرئة الأديان من التطرف والعنف والإرهاب، التعاون بين جميع الديانات في تحقيق العدل والرحمة ورعاية المحرومين. كذلك تبنت دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة صرح عظيم يسمى ببيت العائلة الإبراهيمية. هذا الصرح يشتمل على بناء كنيسة وبناء مسجد وبناء معبد لليهودي أو لليهودية تحت صرح واحد لتحقيق الحوار وللتأكيد على تحقيق الحوار بين الديانات. أما جهود دولة الإمارات على الصعيد المحلي فكانت من خلال تعزيز التسامح. لابد من معرفة أن جهود دولة الإمارات في ترسيخ قيم التسامح ليست وليدة اللحظة ولا وليدة الوقت هذا فقط. كان الشيخ زايد رحمه الله مؤسس دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة متسامحاً، يدعو الناس دائماً إلى التسامح والتعايش والحوار مع الآخر دون النظر لا إلى ألوانهم ولا أديانهم أو معتقداتهم. كما تعد دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة حاضنة لقيم التسامح والسلم والأمان والتعددية الثقافية. دولة الإمارات تضم أكثر من 200 جنسية تنعم، كلهم ينعمون بالسلام والحياة الكريمة، وكما تكفل قوانين دولة الإمارات للجميع العدل والمساواة والاحترام، وتجرم الكراهية والعصبية وأسباب الفرقة والاختلاف. كما تعد دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة من أوائل الدول التي أسست وزارة للتسامح، حيث تم استحداث منصب وزير دولة للتسامح لأول مرة في دولة الإمارات في فبراير عام 2016، لتقوم هذه الوزارة برسم خطة استراتيجية ترسم خارطة وآلية تترجم التسامح كقيمة وطنية تنطلق من الإمارات إلى العالم. كما تنظم دولة الإمارات أنشطة وفعاليات ترسخ قيم التسامح والتعايش، بل أكثر من ذلك تعمل وزارة التربية والتعليم في دولة الإمارات على إدراج منهج التسامح والتعايش في المناهج الدراسية على مستوى الدولة لترسخ هذا الفكر في نفوس الأبناء منذ الصغر. كفلت دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة حرية العبادة لجميع المقيمين على دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة، وذلك انطلاقاً من دستور الدولة في مادته 32 والمادة 40 التي تقضي بتجريم الأفعال المرتبطة بازدراء الأديان ومقدساتها ومكافحة أشكال التمييز كافة ونبذ خطاب الكراهية عبر مختلف وسائل وطرق التعبير. كما أن الممارسات في دولة الإمارات تثبت مدى التعايش والتسامح التي تتحلى به دولة الإمارات، وذلك من خلال المشاركات والتعاون والتكامل بين رجال الديانات في المناسبات المجتمعية والتعاون في خدمة الناس. كمؤتمر شاركت فيه بنفسي كان فيه رجال ونساء يعني دين من الديانات المسيحية واليهودية والبوذية. كان في مؤتمر يسمى بمؤتمر الحفاظ على الطفل في العالم الرقمي، كان يجلس بجانبي رجل دين من الديانة اليهودية وتجلس بجانبي أيضا امرأة من الديانة المسيحية، كلنا نتناقش حول هدف واحد وهو كيفية حماية الطفل في العالم الرقمي. كذلك دولة الإمارات كفلت حرية العبادة على أرضها من خلال زيارة البابا فرانسيس للدولة. هذه الزيارة لا تعتبر فقط زيارة لتوطيد العلاقات، هي زيارة كذلك سمحت للمسيح بتنظيم شعائرهم ويعني أداء هذه الشعائر بتنظيم من دولة الإمارات في أكبر ملعب رياضي على مستوى الدولة، مع توفير كامل الاحتياجات والدعم الأمني لتنظيم الشعائر لهم. كما توفر دولة الإمارات الخصوصية التامة في مقابر جميع الجاليات بالإضافة إلى تنظيم مراسمهم وجنائزهم، وتشارك دولة الإمارات حقيقة بحكامها وشعبها جميع الجاليات في مناسباتهم الدينية واحتفالاتهم، مما يدل على التسامح والتعايش الذي تحظى به دولة الإمارات. أخيراً، حرصت دولة الإمارات دائماً على احترام الديانات واحترام أماكنهم المقدسة. أوضح التاريخ إلى أن وجود أول كنيسة في دولة الإمارات ليس بالأمر الحديث. امتدت أو ظهرت أول كنيسة على أرض الدولة منذ عام 1963 ميلادي، حيث وهبت الإمارات أرضاً للجالية المسيحية لبناء أول كنيسة كاثوليكية في دولة الإمارات. كما عملت دولة الإمارات، وهذه من المبادرات التي قدمتها دولة الإمارات، على بناء المساجد في الدولة بجانبها بناء الكنائس، بل وتسمية بعض المساجد بأسماء القديسين في الديانة المسيحية، لتعزيز أو لتؤكد يعني هذه القيم، قيم التسامح والتعايش بين الديانات. وتشير بعض الإحصائيات إلى وجود أكثر من 30 كنيسة في أبو ظبي ودبي والشارقة والعين. شكراً لحسن استماعكم وإنصاتكم.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Al-Hattali, for all this information on the promotion of tolerance. We have only a few minutes for the questions, so the floor is open. Yes, can you please introduce briefly yourself and what your question? So please, Madam.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. I'm speaking on behalf of... Yes. So my comment is for the UAE ambassador. As you stated in your intervention, Ambassador, the dialogue is one of the most effective means to build tolerance among communities. Yet, Emirati human rights defender Aljarwan Speech, who was promoting tolerance and human rights on social media, is now serving a 10-year prison sentence, and the UN Secretary General has expressed concern that his detention is a weapon to immediately release Aljarwan Speech. And until that happens, we urge the Emirati government to allow the UN to visit him in prison and to improve his prison conditions.
Thank you very much, Madam.
My name is George Ferreira, and I'm the main representative of New Humanity from the Focular Movement and coordinating of the Forum of the Catholic Inspired NGOs. I have a question to His Eminence Cardinal Ayuso Guichot. Eminence, do you think that there is a parallelism, a link between the document on human fraternity?
May the 14th, Pope Francis has convoked in the Vatican a global many VIPs will attend, from political policy makers, Nobel Prizes, people belonging and religious with all religious leaders that opened the path for the Catholic Church, but for the entire world to live in the spirit of Assisi, where took place the event. Now, work with of education. And this all is not aimed to ourselves. It is that we have to think of the children of our children, think of a new generation that may live in this wounded humanity and in this wounded world in a new spirit made of film is a major issue of concern and
human society is similar to personal health. So personal health, what does it mean? It depends not on how healthy you are today, because tomorrow is not anymore. It depends much more of how serious you take care of your health. And I think if we are taking care of our personal health, we should take care also of our common health. And I think the document Fraternity and the meeting today can bring us and help us to take more seriously this responsibility to maintain humanity in a better shape, in a better spiritual orientation, and also in a bigger openness, not ignoring difficulties that exist always, but as is important for human existence, always trying to get inspired by great ideas, great examples, and great traditions, and great experiences of many peoples. Let's say, to just three brief concluding remarks is, what is this, dialogue that is among us? What are the essential characteristics of this dialogue that we are every day repeating, learning, rediscovering, being inspired, being happy when we hear good words, and also need to hear again and again? The first thing is what we learned today in the variety of interventions is that we have respect one's own identity and then the identity of the others. There is no way that variety of human being will continue to exist and grow. We have to discover it in the respect, in better mutual knowledge. The second thing is certainly accept the differences. It's not an easy task. Even in a family, in a very small environment, differences are bringing tensions. But we have to accept this, and this is a social duty. Let's say a document of fraternity, and also today's meeting is helping us to understand also this. And the third thing is very simple. It's a sincerity of intention of our intentions. We have to grow also in sincerity of the intentions. It is dependent on many elements, but certainly it is indispensable. So we do not just say we know more, we learned more, but we have to say also we are more convinced, and we are more, deeply touched by the existence, variety, generosity, also let's say difficulties, and anything else that is making us a common human family destined to stay together for always. So this is, let's say, my conclusion remark, believing that what we do today, it's good for mankind, good for the United Nations, good for everybody here present, hoping that will bring us to a new dimension of common existence that we sometimes call civilization of love, civilization of mutual respect, civilization of understanding and promoting each other. Thank you so much.